All right, welcome back to another one. This is a follow-up story to an upload I did a few weeks ago about black passengers on American Airlines, where you had some white passengers complain that the brothers had body odor. We all know how they make up things. If anything, they probably was smelling a top lip, but they had the couple of black passengers removed, and they were trying to book them to another flight, but they couldn't, so they eventually were allowed to board back on. This was out of Phoenix, Arizona, and the flight was headed towards New York. Since then, they have filed a lawsuit, and American Airlines stocks have been dropping. And now the CEO, he comes out, with the same cookie cutter statements about how we don't tolerate racism and we won't yada yada, the usual things they say. You guys know how I say this all the time. That same bullshit they always say. But this is gonna be a long article. They suing now, and now the CEO wants to do something about the situation. Their stock has dropped. The beginning of the year, the stock was at $13. After this incident, it dropped to $11, which it has remained for at least a month. And now he's ready to take action. I believe they said the airline stewardess or whoever removed them from the plane, whoever was involved in this situation, were suspended. Well, that's not enough. Those people need to be fired so that it never happens again. A suspension is nothing to me for what they put these brothers through. It's going to be a long one, though. We'll go ahead and read the article. I probably won't do a commentary at the end because I pretty much did the commentary at the beginning. So let's get into it. This story is by Carlos Miller, published June 22nd, 2024. Let's go. Several American Airlines employees have been suspended following a humiliating incident in January in which every black man was removed from an airplane before takeoff after one employee accused them of emitting a foul body odor. But the 8 black men were scattered throughout the plane and did not even know each other and were not even sitting together when they were singled out one by a male flight attendant whose name has not been made public. He definitely needs to be fired and make his name public. They always hiding these people when they do shit like that. Make his name public. It was not until they were off the plane that an American Airlines employee informed them that someone had complained about an offensive body odor, according to the lawsuit filed last month by 3 of the black men who had exchanged contact information with each other during the incident. When the black men accused the airline of racial discrimination, the employee outside the plane responded by saying, I agree, but did nothing to correct the situation, according to the lawsuit filed by Alvin Jackson, Emmanuel John Joseph, and Xavier Veal, who all live in New York City. American Airlines told the men they would be placed on a separate flight, but were unable to do so after an hour, so they were allowed back onto the original plane, where they had to endure the stares and glares from white passengers who had been informed that the delay in takeoff was due to these men emitting a foul body odor. Damn, that's embarrassing. But none of the men were emitting a foul body odor, according to the lawsuit, which states the incident took place at Phoenix Sky Harbor International Airport in Arizona during a layover from Los Angeles to New York, where the men lived. They suffered during the entire flight home, and the entire incident was traumatic, upsetting, scary, humiliating, and degrading, the lawsuit states. The backlash since the filing of the lawsuit on May 29th, shares of American Airlines have dropped by $2, going from more than $13 a share, where it had remained since the beginning of the year, to just over $11 a share, where it has remained for almost a month. The lawsuit was then followed up by a statement from the NAACP on June 4th, accusing American Airlines of displaying a pattern of racism incidents going back years, threatening to issue another travel advisory recommending black people avoid flying with American Airlines, as the organization did in 2017, following a series of high-profile incidents against black passengers. Now, American Airlines CEO Robert Isom is describing the latest incident as unacceptable and vows to take action in order to regain trust. I am incredibly disappointed by what happened on the flight and the breakdown of our procedures, Isom stated in his letter, which was issued to employees on June 18th, according to NPR, who obtained a copy. We fell short of our commitments and failed our customers in this incident. That's an understatement. But American Airlines said the same thing in 2017 when the NAACP issued its travel advisory that ended up lasting 9 months, only for the incidents to continue, according to the NAACP's statement. The NAACP is proud to champion efforts to hold corporations accountable. The removal of our travel advisory in 2018 came as a result of a commitment to deliver on key stipulations that would prevent future discriminatory acts, one of which was a diversity, equity, and inclusion advisory council amidst the resurgence of attacks on DEI. American Airlines disbanded the panel in 2023. Recent discriminatory actions from company employees prove that there is a dire need for continued accountability and resolution to this clear pattern. We encourage American Airlines to come revive the advisory panel and reconvene with the NAACP to devise a path forward that ensures equitable experiences for all American Airlines customers. Without a swift and decisive response, the NAACP will be forced to reinstate an advisory against the airline. Isom's letter promises the following, according to NPR: creating an advisory group that will focus on improving the travel experience for black customers, reviewing and enhancing the company's internal reporting process for cases involving allegations of discrimination or bias, reevaluating its policies, practice, protocols, and organization culture to recognize and identify areas for growth and improvement, and educating its employees to recognize and address bias and discrimination. American Airlines has earned a notorious reputation among passengers of all races and ethnicities, and has been named the least reliable airline in the world by Forbes. Damn. Previous incidents. One of the most recent incidents took place earlier this year, involved a retired black judge who claims in April 2024 lawsuit that an American Airlines flight attendant told her to use the restroom at the back of the plane. Whoa. Even though she and her family had booked first class tickets. So they in first class, but the flight attendant told them to use the bathroom in the back, Negro. Damn, American Airlines is just straight Jim Crow with it, huh? Last year, a black mother filed a lawsuit against American Airlines after her 14-year-old son died of a heart attack on a flight from Honduras to Miami when the airline's defibrillator failed to work because it had not been properly charged. That's terrible. And another incident involved a disabled black man who was traveling from Indianapolis to St. Louis when the airline lost his prosthetic leg, which he had checked in with his luggage. Damn, he lost a leg? Michael Williams said he spent 3 years trying to get reimbursed for the prosthetic leg, but was only reimbursed $600, even though it had cost him $26,000. Damn, they gave him $600 for his leg? It's to the point where I don't want to fly, Williams said at the time. I feel like if I fly again, what if I have to fly with my wheelchair and they lose my wheelchair this time and they tell me we lost your power wheelchair, but hey, we're not going to do anything about it. It's like, what do? You sue the shit out of them. That's what you do. The 2017 travel advisory from the NAACP was issued a week after New York activist and Women's March co-chair Tamika Mallory was removed from an American Airlines flight over a dust-up she had with gate agent after her seat assignment was changed, which she described to New York Post as white male aggression. Another incident leading up to the travel advisory took place in 2016 involving William Barber, president of the NAACP North Carolina chapter, who was kicked off a plane after complaining about two drunk white passengers sitting behind him who were speaking loudly with each other. A police officer was called to escort him off the plane after one of the white passengers told a flight attendant he did not like those people, according to the Barber's lawsuit. After the NAACP issued its travel advisory in October 2017, then CEO of American Airlines, Doug Parker, issued a similar statement to what the current CEO said in this recent letter. Cookie cutter. We do not and will not tolerate discrimination of any kind, blah, 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 blah. The usual shit they say always, no matter what we are discussing. If it involves racism, you get this same cookie cutter response afterwards, whether it's the police, whether it's private industry or state or federal government entity. The same cookie cutter statements, and whoever committed the act gets a little slap on the wrist, and it's back to business as usual. All right, I already gave my commentary at the beginning. I'm going to go ahead and close it out. Appreciate y'all for watching. Let me know what you think in the comments, and we will see you on the next one.